Hello everybody, Ultrasan409 here, and today we are reacting, hold on a second, there we go, to one of that vegan teacher's videos. Also, don't mind the barking and whining behind, in the other room. That's our new puppy. You'll see him later. So, this is one of the vegan teacher's recent videos, where she talked about Nikocado Avocado. The most infamous mukbanger on YouTube, and maybe in history. Hold on a second. Alright, my mom's trying to... Alright, sorry about that. I had to close my door. He's a little too loud right now. We're trying to cage train him. So, let's continue. Let's begin.
Hello students, welcome to class. Today we're going to be reviewing this video. Apparently it's about Nikocado Avocado. You know, that animal abuser who did a video about me, who actually claimed that eating vegetables is somehow unhealthy. Meanwhile, he weighs 350 pounds and is insane? Yeah, him. Let's watch it and let's evaluate and see what we think about this. This could be very interesting. Might give us some sort of insight into his psychology. Maybe he is somebody who can transform. Apparently he used to be vegan. I don't know
he used to be.
But anyway, let's watch it together.
Approximately 2 weeks ago, while sitting in his $2.3 million penthouse apartment, Nikocado Avocado would upload a video weighing himself to his channel with over 2.5 million subscribers.
352, I think not.
His weight of 352 pounds is in stark contrast with his beginning weight of between 150 and 160 pounds.
When I started mukbangs, I was 150 pounds, maybe 160. Can't really remember.
When he was a modest vegan living a fairly simple life in
He was a vegan, apparently. Do you think he really was? How can somebody go from being vegan to being not vegan? How do you go from caring about animals and not wanting them to have their throats cut and being stabbed in the neck and being thrown into gas chambers? How do you go from not wanting that to being like, meh?
It's a little complicated to explain. I'm sure it'll explain. The guy in this video will explain it, but it's noted that he started having some health issues and he would eventually quit veganism over altogether. He might explain that. He might go into this guy, Sunny V2, might go into more detail about that. Anyway, let's continue.
You don't. If you're vegan, a true vegan, you're a vegan forever, and you always try to do the least harm.
Colombia. He moved there way back in 2014 after meeting his then boyfriend Orlin in a vegan Facebook group for men.
Uh-oh.
Okay, he met his boyfriend in a vegan Facebook group. What was he doing in there if he doesn't care about animals? Just trying to pick up somebody? Doesn't make sense.
But problematically,
You'll see soon, teacher.
Nikocado Avocado didn't have much to do in Colombia, so he began to upload videos of himself to the YouTube website, playing violin and discussing the many aspects.
Wait, there's so much to say. If you have nothing to do in your life, go and help somebody. Don't just start making videos, filming yourself all the time. Make videos to help others. That's when you can make videos. Otherwise...
Oh, I forgot to mention, that vegan teacher has a tendency to continuously talk about her ideology and what she follows and everything. So you're going to see a lot of that in most of her videos, if you ever decide to take a peek at him like moi. Let's continue.
Just get yourself into shape. Go and help the millions of people who need help and the millions of animals who need help. But don't just make videos focusing on yourself, your makeup, your shoes, whatever the heck you're doing. That is not a way to live a life. We have a planet to save here. But look at him. See that shirt? It says not your, and there's a cow. I bet you it says not your mother. And usually, if it's a vegan shirt, truly it will say not your mother, not your milk underneath. So that would mean that he is an ethical vegan, unless he was just pretending to be for some crazy reason.
No,
Of veganism.
This is my first ever.
he was a vegan. It's proven that he was a vegan.
Mukbang. Mukbang, mukbang, I actually don't know how to pronounce it, but anyways,
where he would state that prior to becoming a vegan, he considered himself somewhat overweight.
most people that watch my show.
Before becoming vegan, he was overweight, apparently. That's weird. That's interesting. Okay, so he lost weight and became in better shape when he was vegan? So why did he stop being vegan?
I don't know that I'm vegan. I've been vegan for almost 4 years. Like another month or two will be like 4-year mark.
4 years? It doesn't make sense. You're not vegan for 4 years and then you suddenly stop.
Totally
It'll be
changed my life.
explained.
I used to be obeso. I used to be
Like
Obeso, he's...
like I explained it earlier in this video, teacher. It'll be explained. My goodness.
saying he used to be obese. You see his arms? They went way the heck out to here. So weird. Do you think it's even true?
like this.
While it was certainly a benefit that veganism helped Nikocado lose weight and was assisting him in staying thin, as he continued to maintain the vegan diet, it would go from a blessing to a curse.
I rotted a tooth. I had low
There's him
B12
then.
deficiency. I developed hypoglycemia. I don't know if it's directly related to the veganism, but I never had that before.
What? You're blaming your health problems on veganism? No.
Did you know you've been missing out on saving money with honey? Don't worry. I'm here to help you add honey to
I don't care. I'm watching a video.
X. Nobody blames their health problems.
Oh yeah, if teacher here doesn't find something she likes, or if she finds something that she will like, she'll grade him either a check mark or an X. She literally lives up to the name that vegan teacher. Some have said that she was a teacher, but she got fired. I'm not entirely sure. Not a lot of details are clear. Anywho, let's continue.
Problems on veganism and insane. Your health problems are because you didn't take care of yourself. What did you say? You had a rotting tooth? What did you say? Let's go back.
To a curse.
I rotted a tooth. I had
Okay, were you brushing your teeth? Were you actually eating properly? Were you flossing your teeth? Did you know that sometimes people just have problems with teeth no matter whether they're vegan or not vegan? Has nothing to do with you being vegan. What's the other thing?
low B12.
Low B12. Were you taking your B12 vitamin? You know, I worked as a nurse for 25 years, and people who were eating meat still had B12 deficiency. So that has nothing to do with veganism. That has to do with you not taking your B12 pills. It's not that big a deal. You take one pill every week, or you
Keep in mind, she puts words in people's mouths, i.e., like so.
can spread it out. It's not, I'm giving you an X for these. Bullshit about your teeth.
Ooh. And she will use nasty language.
Bullshit about the vitamin B12. What else?
B12 deficiency. I developed hypoglycemia. I don't know if it's directly...
You developed hypoglycemia? Do you realize that some people, in fact the vast majority of people, develop hypoglycemia who are actually not vegan? Go and check right now. If only 1 out of about 100 or 1,000 of us are vegan, then all the people with hypoglycemia cannot blame it on veganism. What you're saying doesn't make any sense. X.
related to the veganism, but I never had that before.
At a later date, Nikocado explained that being vegan had resulted in numerous immediate health issues. In addition to this, Nikocado explained that he found the 2016 online vegan community to be extremely toxic.
What?
The vegan community was toxic. You mean the vegans who actually care about the animals and who talk about others and not just themselves?
Well, you're kind of proving this point, teacher. You're one of those rude vegans in that same community. Your self-awareness is a rank 2 at the very mediocre best. Oh boy.
Who don't just make videos about themselves, who actually go in there and film the animals undercover, and who talk about how sad it is that they are suffering. The chickens, the cows, the pigs, the turkeys, the lambs. You mean those people? You didn't like hanging around with them? X.
Why do vegans have to make everything about veganism?
Because the animals are suffering. What do you want to make it about? When you know that somebody is suffering and that there's a way to help them stop suffering, it actually consumes some people. They actually want to make a change. For example, I have right near me a place that murders animals and tortures them first. They do testing on animals. It is heartbreaking for me to know that that goes on. I don't just like put it out of my mind. I constantly try to do anything I can to save animals. And that's what vegans do. Veganism isn't just a social club to meet boys in. God.
Why? There's so much more to life than veganism.
And as a result,
What is more to life? What did you end up doing with your life, Nick? X. There's so much more to life than being vegan. Like eating yourself till you're 350 pounds and living in a penthouse and being boring and being lonely and having a ton of money. But what? That's your life? It's not a life. It's not a life to be cruel to others. And not only that, because you're just so large, you're actually eating... well, let's get to that later. Right now, you're not that big yet.
he ended up renouncing his vegan status and leaving a community of vegan YouTube.
Well, I'm no longer a vegan YouTuber, okay? You're leaving the vegan YouTube community. What is the community exactly? What does that mean?
A community is a group of people, of course.
No other community have I ever seen it like this. I thought it was they're all vegans, but it's just vegans in general on YouTube. I gotta leave, you guys.
After a 1 month
Oh
break,
no, you couldn't stand that people were actually talking about other things besides themselves. That's all you wanted, just to put the camera on yourself and just talk about what? I don't get it. Seriously, if you were in front of me, what would you say you want to talk about? Fashion? Makeup? What? What could be more important than saving innocent animals from slaughterhouses? From the Holocaust that they're living through right now?
Yeah. It's no known secret that that vegan teacher, to those of you who don't know, will compare the animal market out there, the meats, the whatever else happens in there. She's comparing it all to the Holocaust, which happened way back in the 40s during World War II. She's comparing it to that Holocaust. I'm not sure how you can make that kind of comparison. It's a little messed up, but it's nothing like that at all.
The Holocaust never ended for the animals. It's still going on. And that's why vegans are talking about it all the time, because they actually care. They have empathy. They can imagine themselves in that position. X.
First of many non-vegan mukbang videos would show up on the Nikocado Avocado channel, and what
Non-vegan mukbang X.
What do you expect,
Following that
lady?
made the decision to begin eating meat, he would still maintain a relatively
Why would he start eating meat? That's the part I don't get. Maybe you don't.
Because meat is good. He can't help it. Meat is just good. We are programmed to like meat.
Like all the vegans in the supposed community, but what does that have to do with the animals? Why punish the animals? Awful. 10 X's for that. You do not take out your frustration
Hold on a sec.
onto the animals who are...
Let's wait for the volume to go back up. This was before I started using speakers on my laptop at all times. For some reason, the volume will just immediately turn down, and I don't even do nothing to turn down the volume. It does that on its own. I don't know why. So that's why I've been using speakers ever since.
are completely innocent. What a piece of shit.
clean diet, often inclusive of
I wish I had a
vegetables and rice.
profanity
One
filter.
red onion, carrots, minus that green one, which we don't use. Broccoli, cauliflower, fresh peas.
Nikocado Avocado
What is all this with the vegetable part? I don't get it. Were you just completely lost? You're just like, oh, okay, I'll just put some veggies in here to what? To what? To try to hang on to your so-called vegan audience? They're not going to hang on to you. You've betrayed the animals. What you're going to get now is only non-vegans who are like, oh, yay! Someone stopped being vegan, so yay! This gives us all permission to keep hurting animals, raping them, torturing them.
Yeah, she will use those words a lot. Oh boy.
Stealing their babies. It's despicable what you're doing.
stuck out like a sore thumb as a mukbanger because in the beginning the video type was almost entirely dominated by females. Additionally, Nikocado would almost always have his pet parrot sit on his shoulder while he ate, the absurdity of which is
Yeah, what happened to his parrot? He's known to have had his. It looks like an Amazon. on his shoulder. Whatever happened to his parrot?
Assisting him in standing out from the crowd.
He had a pet parrot on his shoulder while he what? While he was eating other animals like chickens? I don't get it. What happened to the parrot? Parrots shouldn't be pets anyway. They should be in the wild. Don't take animals out of the wild and bring them into your home.
We have parrots. We got a blue and gold macaw, 2 budgies, 1 parrotlet, 1 cockatoo who doesn't like to socialize with us, unfortunately, and a conure.
When discussing his first mukbang video, Nikocado Avocado would state, "My very first mukbang got like 50,000 views in a couple of weeks, which was a lot for me at the time, and everyone was asking, when's the next mukbang, which ultimately resulted in the continuation of the series."
You know, this is the problem with you carnists. People who just want vegans to be quiet, and you just love to see people just eat animals over and over again because you're all a bunch of sadistic people.
However, as
Shame
We
on
are
you.
not
mukbangs
sadistic.
became the dominant video type on his channel, his weight would begin to steadily increase. In The Psychology of Mukbang Watching, published in January 2020, the study found that the viewer's vicarious pleasure demanded a large quantity of unhealthy food to be consumed. And from a relatively uninformed outsider's perspective, the meta seems to be the bigger the better. No one wants to spend 2 minutes watching someone eat a bowl of cereal. The most popular videos go for more than half an hour and include ridiculously oversized portions, the reason for which being because it creates connection and possibly even a guilt-free environment.
What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you sick individuals that you want to watch somebody eat all this junk food? You wouldn't watch somebody eat a carrot, but you want to watch somebody just abuse themselves. Like, what the fuck is wrong with your head? What are you...
Grandfather, if you're watching this, please forgive the content you're watching. I wish I had a language filter for the dialogue spoken in these videos, but apparently technology does not work that way. Don't mind the whining up there. We're cage training our new goalie puppy.
thinking? What goes through your mind? Why does that make you go like, oh yeah, honey, let's watch this, as opposed to anything else? Like how to save the environment or how to save animals from extreme suffering that they're going through. Right now in the dairy industry, they take the bulls and they masturbate them. That is...
Okay! I get it! I get it!
Reason Nikocado Avocado began to eat more and more in every single...
You do not need to go into detail. And it's called milking, not... It's called milking, teacher. Oh my goodness. Why do you have to use that word when it has nothing to do... When it has nothing to do with the context in hand? It's called milking. Moving on.
Who is this woman? Why is she helping him to be a terrible person?
We're gonna see how many we can eat. So, here we go.
Let's start.
Let's start.
In addition to this, he will begin to swap out many of the clean, relatively healthy meals in exchange for fast food, seen in examples such as ex-vegan eats burger for the first time in
Terrible.
10 years, which is followed by 3 other fast food mukbangs and a 10,000 calorie challenge. So
Oh, no.
after switching to full-time mukbang videos, Nikocado Avocado seemed to naively believe that he had maintained his original weight of
What is that?
160 pounds. However, while doing a mukbang at the Heart Attack Grill in Las Vegas,
He's not 160 pounds if he keeps eating all of that those calories, 10,000 calories a day. What happens to you meatheads? You eat meat and you become insane.
Nikocado
No, when you consume more calories than you should, you end up gaining weight. That's how the human body works.
Avocado would step on their scale, at which point he would be confronted with reality.
So let's see how
Uh-oh.
much I weigh. I don't even know. I think 160, maybe 160. Weigh yourself here. So we're gonna step right up.
Oh.
That has to be wrong. You guys, I'm 200 pounds.
When revisiting the article discussing
In case you hear that, that's Bella, my vegan dog, who just jumped off the little daybed that she has here.
the psychology of mukbang watching, the authors also claim that mukbang videos affect viewers' perception of food.
I thought that was actually some sound effect of the video. But okay. Good to know.
food consumption and thinness, because mukbangers who are very thin and slim consumed very large portions of food and did not gain weight, which is without a doubt the spell that Nikocado Avocado had found himself under. Being a naturally skinny guy who had seen others doing large mukbangs without gaining any weight might have convinced him that he was immune to growing his very own large beer belly. But when you're at the point
I'm just gonna let her out, but you guys keep watching and let me know what happens.
of eating 10,000 calorie meals for your channel, your quote-unquote
oh, that's right. She's got a bit of a live chat going on here.
This as a genuine issue,
this was a premiere video anyway.
Portion sizes, Nikocado Avocado would simply integrate it into his content with the goal of gaining more views. He would upload 2 videos shortly after becoming conscious of his weight, stating, "I'm getting fat and I don't know why," as well as
he knows why.
"To my double chin," where he would unironically state that he thought it was just stress or water weight and that food wasn't the problem.
I'm praying that this is just water weight. That this is water weight and it comes off.
Give me a break.
Of just not being so stressed. Because stress...
Yeah, I agree with you there, teacher. That's not water weight. That's actual fat on his body. So I will agree with you there.
Is our number one killer?
No, it's not.
That's not our number one
Stress
killer.
is not a number one killer.
It is actually. Well, not number one, but it's a factor that can lead to your death. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to have to do some medical researching on WebMD or something. Then again, my mother's a nurse, so she pretty much knows.
Things like cardiovascular disease.
A former nurse, I mean. She retired shortly after my sister and I were born.
And cancer. Those are number one killers. Not stress. Stop eating this crap.
No. Our number one killer is stress.
Also believing that his weight gain was some kind of medical mystery.
There is a medical mystery going on. There is something chemically imbalanced in me. I should probably go get my thyroid checked.
Which were both pathetic justifications for the reality, being that he was simply eating too much food.
Exactly.
Nikocado Avocado concluded the video by stating,
"You better..."
A car sped by our neighborhood.
Enjoy it while it lasts, because I tell you, it will not last. I am going to find a way to lose this weight.
However, with the same diet, the mindset that it was stress or water weight or a medical mystery, and yet another 10,000 calorie challenge only 3 videos later, obviously the weight gain continues.
So he, not only that, he also lies to his audience. He says, "I'm going to find a way to lose the weight," and then he has a $10,000 mukbang challenge.
It wasn't only his weight.
He doesn't just lie to his audience. In fact, it's a little more twisted than that.
That was causing him health problems. Nikocado Avocado would upload a video simply titled "I'm too scared to go to the hospital," which in true nature of the 2017 YouTube algorithm would gain a whopping 21 million views. Not only did this video further assist in making Nikocado Avocado somewhat of a household name, but it also showed him that drama and talking about subjects other than mukbanging would still garner an audience as long as they involve drama. Nikocado would create a playlist or channel subsection literally titled "Upset Feelings," where dramatic videos displaying the apparent problems he was having, such as specific arguments with his boyfriend, often gained substantial view counts. Nikocado Avocado uploaded videos such as "What My Husband Did to Me" and "I'm Getting Deported," stating later that whenever he found himself in a bad mood, his first natural inclination was to grab the camera.
Everyone already hates me, or I'm already dramatic. Let me just grab the camera and just like film it. So some of them are like really real for me.
Filming his low points became a regular occurrence on the Nikocado Avocado channel, which
Everything you cry about has to do with you. Do you ever cry about the state of the environment right now?
No, he doesn't cry about anything other than himself. He's a bit of a drama queen.
How old is this guy? I think he's like 29 or something like that.
Maybe.
He looks like he's about 40.
Since he's gained a lot of weight, teacher, he actually does look like he's older than his 20s.
But you know, he's helping to make the world a worse place for the next generation. The footprint of animal agriculture is great. We must stop chopping down the rainforest and growing crops and feeding them to animals. Instead, we must leave animals...
I'm pretty sure the Amazon rainforest is... If you're talking about the Amazon rainforest, I'm pretty sure that's protected by law. I could be wrong. Then again, I don't know much about the Amazon rainforest other than that it is the biggest one in the world. Anywho.
Out of it and grow the crops ourselves so we have more food to go around to help feed the poor people of this earth. What you're doing is so evil and wrong. It's all about you.
which unfortunately
Don't know about evil, but I agree with the wrong part.
included his continual weight gain. 12 months had passed since his last 206-pound weigh-in at the Heart Attack Grill, but it was visually clear that he was now substantially heavier. So when asked about his weight in a mukbang Q&A, the result was certainly anticipated.
How much do you weigh now? Well, do you want to go? Should I weigh myself in front of you? I'm gonna go get the scale. Last time I checked, it was
Look
like
at all that.
268. It was almost 270, pretty much.
Oh, he's at fluffy tier now.
268 pounds. Nikocado Avocado was 110 pounds heavier than he had been at the start, a weight gain equivalent to the size of an average adult leopard. If he were to add another 50 pounds to that, his body weight would have doubled since the beginning. However, Nikocado was positive that he would never cross the 300-pound mark, and if he did, he guaranteed everyone that he would officially make a change.
I don't think I will ever beat 300. If I am, trust me, we're gonna make major changes.
Trust you? Why would we trust you? You've already lied to your audience once.
However, Nikocado Avocado had a
Okay, then again, I'm gonna have to agree, he has lied to his audience before, so you get, I agree with you there, teacher.
changed his eating habits whatsoever and would simply continue.
Is that a honeycomb? Uh-oh.
Those chickens lived a terrible life. Chickens are some of the most abused animals on the planet. There are twice as many chickens on this planet as there are humans. And you don't see them because they are in dark sheds. They live in Holocaust-like conditions. The Holocaust never ended for the animals.
Oh my gosh.
It is absolutely horrific that you are eating this many chickens. Don't eat any chickens. You should go back to being vegan, but I doubt that you ever will. You are a selfish piece of shit. That's what you are. Extremely selfish.
You eating larger.
Okay, let's continue. Yeah, she's made arguments about chickens and all that stuff.
And larger quantities, justifying his awful diet and overeating by stating that his body had some arbitrary stopping point where he apparently knew when he was eating too much.
My body
That's true.
is very comfortable eating the amount I do. I have a very strong stopping point, and if I overstuff, I notice I don't get hungry until later in the next day.
Which was obviously once again just another lie he told himself to deal with the reality of his own situation. To assist with his mukbangs as his weight grew.
Do you guys tell yourself lies? Tell me in the comments below the type of lies that you tell. Don't worry, most of you are using fake names anyway, so nobody will know, but
I'm not telling you what I think about every day and what I tell myself. I'm not doing that. What I say about myself in private, that's I have to keep that to myself. No.
confess. Some of you might be smoking and thinking, oh, it's not doing any harm to my lungs.
I don't smoke.
Maybe you're even smoking in the car with your kids or smoking in your house and giving them secondhand smoke poison.
I don't drive either. Hold on a second. All right, back to it. Sorry about that. I had something to take care of, so let's do it. Uh-oh. Wrong screen. All right.
Listening. What are you doing? What kind of lies are you telling yourself?
That's a good question.
Think about it. Seriously. What about the relationship that you're in? Are you actually happy there? Or are you just pretending to be happy because you think there's nothing better out there for you?
You know, that's not a bad question.
Be the best that you can be. If you're lying to yourself and saying that you need to eat cheese, then look in the mirror and change, because that is not true. You do not need cheese. You do not need eggs. You do not need milk. You do not need a fur coat. You do not need feathers inside that coat. You need to be vegan from now on, to be a better person, to live your life in line with your morals. That's what you need.
She says this a lot in most of her videos, by the way. So you're going to be hearing a lot of that.
Nikocado Avocado would also purchase a chair rated to hold a person who weighed up to 400 pounds.
I got the chair for 400 pounds. I said, okay, it's gonna hold. If it's holding up big people, it's gonna hold me up, definitely.
And Nikocado Avocado was certainly going to need this seat, as less than 12 months after claiming he'd never get to 300 pounds, he'd upload a video titled "I'm 299."
He's at fluffy tier now.
Well, I finally reached 300 after this meal. This video not only showed that all of Nikocado Avocado's previous claims about water weight, stress, diets, understanding his body.
Look at all those dead animals there. A burger, and what is all that? More ground beef, and what are those chicken things? Oh my god.
Chili cheese tots, and they're delicious.
Just awful. Never eat like this guy. You should have the colors of the rainbow in front of you. None of this stuff. It's not good for you. It's not good for your cholesterol level. And you know what happens if you have a lot of cholesterol in your blood? Your blood can't flow properly. And you get heart attacks. Or if you're a man, you might have problems with an erection. You might not be able to get your penis up when you want to have sex. So don't...
Where is this coming from? Where are you coming... Where are you getting this stuff from?
Just don't do any of this. Eat healthy vegan foods. Put only veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds in your shopping cart because peace begins on your plate. So open up your heart to the animals and to yourself and to the future generations who will benefit.
Oh.
Everybody wins when you become vegan. Everybody.
etc., were completely wrong, but it also revealed a much darker reality. He had accepted his size and saw his weight as a joke, even going so far as to say that he now wanted to hit 300 pounds.
That's one thing you do not want to do. At one point, I almost accepted my weight. Yeah, I got a confession here. In fact, it's probably no secret at all. I'm not exactly of good shape myself either, but I'm working on that. Well, the problem is I haven't been to the gym frequently as of late, but I'm working on it as of now. I've been watching what I eat. Recently, I'm at 247 pounds. So that's not bad, but I still got a lot to go through. So let's continue.
294. I saw a lobster on his bib thing there, so I'm giving him an X for that. Don't eat animals. Oh gosh, now I lost my spot. This is just awful. Let's just go fast forward a bit somewhere.
As his weight grew, Nikocado Avocado would also purchase a chair rated to hold a person who weighed up to 400 pounds.
I got the
9 pounds. Will I finally reach 300 after this meal? This video not only showed that all of Nikocado Avocado's previous claims about water weight, stress, diets, understanding his body, etc., were completely wrong, but it also revealed a much darker reality. He had accepted his size and saw his weight.
Wait, did you just rewind?
Even going so far as to say that he now wanted to hit 300 pounds.
294.2 pounds.
What makes somebody change in their mind that suddenly they want to gain weight? Fame. He knows that if he starts losing weight, he'll probably lose his audience.
That's a good point. In fact, many have pointed that out before. He's aware of this. He just doesn't want to let go of his ways. That's where he falters.
He cares about his money, but how much money does one person need? So what if you live in a penthouse up high and you're unhealthy and you're lonely and miserable? He should become vegan. I hope that everyone who's watching this, who has subscribed to his channel, will unsubscribe to his channel because if you actually care about him, you will unsubscribe so that he will...
No doubt some people have unsubscribed from his channel before, but I don't think that's going to do any good. I don't think so, teacher.
Realize, wait, nobody wants to see me self-destruct. That's what you should be doing if you actually care.
What? Why am I losing weight? Why can't I hit 300?
In the process, Nikocado Avocado had done the actual calculations on how long it would take for him to get back to his starting weight.
Let's do some math. How long is it going to take me to lose my weight? If I have to lose 120 pounds, and I have to do 5 pounds a month, let's do 120 divided by 5. How many? 2
That's fake.
years. That's 24. I have to lose weight for 2 years. I'm just not going to do it. How about that?
That's a bad decision.
Concluding that he had passed a point of no return, and it was better for him to embrace his weight for the views as opposed to going to the effort of losing it.
What is that?
And I don't care anymore.
You don't care about the animals that you're abusing? You're eating twice as many animals as you should be.
No, teacher. He doesn't care about how he's taking care of his health. You're more concerned about what he's eating instead of what his health is. This is why people have a problem with you, teacher. You don't seem to care for the individual. You only care about what they believe in. I'm pretty sure many people have pointed that out before. But if that's the only thing you care about, you need to rethink your priorities here. My goodness.
That is wrong. Absolutely unethical. We should have a law that permits us to burst down your door and drag you off and stick you in a jail cell somewhere.
That's called a violation of freedom of choice. In America, we got an amendment that I'm pretty sure it's an amendment, but we constitutionally have the right to choose however we want or whatever we do. It's freedom of choice. We can't just do that.
And feed you carrots and broccoli, and that's it.
I don't know what your laws over there in Canada is like. She's from Canada, just in case those of you who don't know are interested in knowing. Like a lot of famous people are Bryan Adams, Justin Bieber, Nickelback, the now disbanded Rush. I got one of their albums on vinyl. I'll show you later, some other time maybe.
Shame on you. X.
I want to get to 300, and then 400, and then 500, and then 600.
Then you won't be able to walk.
Who cares now? Too late. I ain't going back.
This unsurprisingly caused further complications in his relationship.
Discrimination! No one discriminates that thing! Out my way, passage. So what's next? The car's fatphobic? Is the car fatphobic?
In an interview
Excuse
with
me.
Men's Health, Nikocado explained that, unsurprisingly, his sex life had taken a hit after becoming a mukbanger.
That's true. He ended up losing libido.
Additionally, the
No
amount
kidding.
of videos in which Nikocado and Orlan argued or broke...
Did that say he had erectile difficulties? Yeah. No kidding.
No, he lost libido. The will to do that. I'm trying to keep this family friendly as possible in this channel, okay?
Shame on you. Now this is going to affect your relationship as well. So you're a
It did, I think. Oh, wrong button.
negative way. Go vegan.
Cup
He's not going to go vegan, teacher.
or fought publicly increased substantially.
The worst thing that ever happened to me. That's okay with me. I'll sleep just fine tonight for that. No shame.
Why is his partner here an enabler helping him like he's holding chicken? A dead animal. Why doesn't he set a good example for him? Why doesn't he give him an ultimatum? I'm going to leave you unless you stop hurting these animals. Why doesn't he do that? Tough love. That's what we need in this world.
I used to be so happy without you. You were such a mistake.
You get an
However,
X too.
despite the monstrous weight gain and crumbling relationship, it was likely difficult to change his behavior as, from a financial perspective, his bank account was skyrocketing.
Who needs
I
more
sit
money?
up here in my tower and watch everyone struggle and be poor. It's so entertaining. I love watching poor people.
What? It's entertaining to watch people be poor? He loves watching people be poor? What a piece of shit. X. What does that mean? Think about it, all of you people there who don't have that much money, or somebody who's watching who's in a wheelchair, or whatever it is. He likes watching people suffer.
People like that exist.
They struggle. Oh, I just need popcorn. I could sit here and watch them struggle all day.
I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. Why do we not have as a right, as a society, to go in there and grab this guy and just put some handcuffs on him? He's abusing animals. He's abusing himself. He's abusing the environment because that's what his footprint is like.
Again, freedom of choice and freedom of speech. We have those laws in America for a very important reason.
Because of animal act.
Now, I don't support his lifestyle, teacher, but I'm all the more concerned for this fella. But what you're asking for is way too extreme.
Agriculture. And then he's abusing his relationship, doesn't care one iota about anyone, and he literally said he likes watching others suffer. This is a sick psychopath. That's what they are.
No, psychopathy is something. Psychopathy is totally something different. Think the Joker, for example.
Belongs in a psychiatric unit. But even that. No, not according to me. No. I think that people like that, who are deliberately cruel over and over again, deserve to have death by lethal injection.
Are you even hearing yourself right now? This is what I'm talking about. You're way too extreme with your views here. You are way too extreme here, lady.
They're just too sick, too self-absorbed. Somebody who cares so little about others should be put out of their misery.
Who are you to decide that?
Eliminate them from society. I'm not saying that we should torture them, but if we put animals out of their misery when they're suffering, this guy is not only suffering himself, but he is also contributing to everybody else suffering, contributing to so much sadness and so many people are becoming unhealthy because of him. Young people who watch this think, oh, he's eating all this stuff and he's making all this money, so maybe I should eat all this stuff and I should make all this money. Who cares about the animals? Who cares about the environment? Anything.
Well, doing the thing he does for views is ill-advised by many others, so you semi have a point there.
Who cares about my relationship? This is what he is teaching people. Remove these people from the planet.
Nikocado Avocado would announce that he'd purchased a $2.3 million penthouse apartment.
Honestly, where do you get that money? Especially with a platform like YouTube. How is it possible to make that much money? I've been at this for 5 years. No, make that 6 years, actually. I've been at this for 6 years now, and I still can't get a lot of love on my channel.
In Las Vegas after adding yet another.
Now let me just be clear for those of you who think that I am saying that we should go out and remove him ourselves. I am not saying that. I am saying that we need to change the
I think you were saying that.
laws so that people actually are forced to care about each other. If we can force somebody to wear a seatbelt, think about that. Why do we have laws that force people to wear a seatbelt?
No, we don't have laws that force people to wear seatbelts. It is a safety precaution. For their own safety, it is advised to put on seatbelts so that no injury should happen. Unfortunately, we have a lot of idiots out there who have to learn the hard way.
To protect themselves and others. Clearly, he is doing harm to himself and others.
No, he's just doing harm to himself.
We need laws to remove him.
Well, what do you want to do? There is no law for that.
Pounds to his body weight.
Finding chairs that could hold my size was such a nightmare because I'm 350 almost.
A comment on the video stating, "Enjoy your house, bro, you got not much time left,"
Ouch.
perfectly encapsulates the conundrum of Nikocado Avocado.
Not necessarily somebody like him could live another 10, 20 years. Even longer. If
Doubtful.
he just maintains that weight. It's not about him, people. It's about the animals. He's eating twice as many animals as anybody else, and nobody should be eating any animals at all. No eggs. In the egg industry...
Okay, can we just say food in general? He's not just eating meat. He's not just eating meat. He's eating a whole bunch of crud, teacher. He isn't just eating meat. He's eating junk food of all kinds. Not just one thing, all things. I don't know how you can't seem to address that.
The baby boys are macerated. They are put into blenders and cut up into...
Okay, I get it!
It sums up the dilemma that Nikocado Avocado has found himself in, being the exchange of health for money, or on an even deeper level, the exchange of health for meaning. Sure, Nikocado Avocado could quit doing mukbangs tomorrow. He'd probably lose a bunch of weight considering his weight gain is anchored to the work, but really, like,
oh, that's a lot of ramen.
Go back to busking with a violin in New York City?
Yes, that's what...
I've seen a few clips of him playing violin. He was actually pretty good. He's probably out of practice by now.
He should do. He's a good violin player. I've heard him and I've seen him. He holds his bow perfectly. He's got an amazing vibrato. That's what he should do.
He should go back to that. I'd support the guy for having such talent.
Nikocado Avocado, you fail again. You
Again?
fail ethics class. You fail at being a decent human.
Oh, she's done this before? She's critiqued him before? Oh, I may have to find that next time.
You are a piece of shit. That's what you are.
Again, I apologize for the language here. I don't have the language filter on my laptop, so unfortunately, and I don't have any equipment here for videos where I can just edit out the language that's being spoken, you know, like a loud beep. So unfortunately, I have nothing to do about that. I can't do anything about it. It sucks, but that's just how it is. I wish I could change that, but I can't.
Let's change the laws and have these kinds of people removed from the planet. Fail.
Oh my.
Subscribe here instead, where we are going to try to save the planet. Now, I want him to change first, and he has had plenty of opportunity. I've made a video about him, to which he basically gave me the middle finger. I don't think that somebody like this, who knows what happens to the animals, you saw he was wearing a shirt that said...
Okay, you guys get it. He can't seem to take care of himself, and he's not very considerate of others. You get the idea here. Apparently, Nikocado himself responded and got sassy with him, with her.
The rest of their stay, can they not watch the news?
Reacts to vegan teacher. This is it right here.
Welcome to class, everybody, and especially to you, Nikocado Avocado. Your channel has become boring, extremely cruel, and sick in the head. It's important to eat your cruciferous vegetables.
That video. Well, that wasn't the one we were watching. But apparently this is the one Nikocado here responded to. Let's continue.
Every day, pack them in, put them in your smoothies, sprout little
The face he's making.
Cruciferous vegetables, which are high in oxalates and anti-nutrients, and you're telling people to put them in smoothies. Who are you, lady? Don't even do a more...
I've seen this video before, but it still kind of makes me chuckle. He's unintentionally funny. I know we're supposed to take him seriously and all, but it's just unintentionally funny, so I can't help but chuckle.
Morsel of research on the people that you're supposedly making videos about. I was probably vegan longer than you've been vegan. Well, actually, no. You've probably been doing it a long time. Look at you with your...
No. You've done veganism longer before she did. She became a vegan around 2016, based on what I've read.
Black teeth rotten out of your face. Classes in session, vegans. Let's say our ABCs together.
Uh-oh.
C...
Uh-oh.
For chicken. C is for collagen, which your body requires for proper skin, hair, and brain health. C is for chicken, lady.
Okay, you get the idea. Let's not watch him devour this chicken. You get the idea now. He responded to one of her videos about him. So, that was That Vegan Teacher. Please share your thoughts with me on what you thought about her critiquing of Nikocado Avocado. The likelihood of her responding to this video is possible. I don't know. I don't get noticed by a lot of people on YouTube, unfortunately. Thanks, YouTube, by the way. Your algorithm is really helpful. Other than that, also, I've been very inactive for quite a few months. A lot has just happened in my life, and not only that, I've lost the will to make videos. But I thought I'd give tonight a try. I have mentioned on my Twitter before that I have been making a review video of that Devastator figure I got. Studio Series Devastator. So, it actually feels nice making a video for once after all this time of inactivity. So, if you like that video, please press like and subscribe if you haven't. And tell me what you thought of the video below in the comments. This is Ultra Saiyan 419 saying rock on, God bless, and do take care of yourselves.